here with love. Said I've been up and down and I've been through it all. Took a while to know my heart. Oh yes it did, yeah.
Hey everyone, when I was thinking about the next video to do for you, and the next thing that I wanted to highlight and have people think about and reflect on in their lives, I came across Mary J. Blige and Kanye West's track, Love Yourself. And I thought this is the best message to give someone and the message to highlight and speak upon, because I know so much about loving yourself. And I know so much about seeing people who do not love themselves and what happens to them. I know what it was like when I didn't fully love who I was. So, love yourself. It's the most important thing that you can do. It should be a class on how to love yourself in elementary, middle, and high school, just to make sure that you're doing right. You should get college credits for learning how to love yourself, because it's a part of your survival. It's vital to making sure that you are successful and you have healthy relationships. And that's what this world is all about, relationships, and how people treat us in our relationships. Well, basically, they treat us based upon how we treat ourselves. We have to first appreciate who we are, everything about us. All of us are flawed, and we must love those flaws, because you are the only you that you are going to get. So love everything about you, even if it's not perfect. Because when you start to not like yourself, you start to down talk yourself. I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm so stupid I did this. Or, oh, I would wear this, but my hip's too big and my hair's not pretty enough for that. Don't give yourself negative feedback. There's enough people in the world that are going to say negative things about you. You don't tell yourself negative things about you. You always give yourself positive feedback. That cuts out the opportunity for manipulation and for people to control you. Because what happens is someone sees that you're weak and that you don't value yourself. So they come in and they give you a little love, but they also talk about your flaws. They say, oh, well, your flaws are what they are, I still love you anyways. But then they start to nitpick you. And then they start to manipulate you. And then they start to control you. And control leads to abuse, whether it's emotional, physical, or mental. They're all forms of abuse, including verbal abuse, which is very serious and something that we don't really talk about or address very often. But this all happens because we let a door open. Not only because, but this is one reason. Because we leave a door open where we have not learned how to love ourselves. So the way I want you to visualize it, and you can put it on your wall, or you can have it in your heart or in your mind, but all of us should have a love tank. You can make your tank as tall or as wide as you need it to be, but it's a tank that you need to fill up every single day. You need to tell yourself that you are beautiful, that you are loved, that you deserve love. Give yourself positive feedback, whether that's through devotion or prayer or self-talk in the car, listening to your favorite music. And then get time, or take time, to learn who you are. It's very important and a very key concept to understanding who you are so that you can love yourself fully. When I was entering college, someone told me that you should not live with someone else until you have lived with yourself. And I didn't understand that, but I understand the concept now, because when you're growing up, you live with your family and you adjust to what your family needs are and what goes on in that family house is based upon whoever leads that house. Well, if you jump into another house with someone else, then you just start following someone else's rules and there becomes conflict. If you live by yourself, you start to learn what you actually like, what you enjoy, what type of things you like in your house, what type of things you like to wear in your house, how you like your house to be run, clean, whatever what have you. You spend time alone getting to know you, so when you go live with someone else through marriage or a roommate or friendship or a lifelong companion, you know who you are, and you're not trying to find yourself in that person. And that's what happens when we don't love ourselves. We start to find ourselves in that person. And then when they leave us, then we're stuck and we're lost, because we've been following that person and what they said we should and should not do in our lives, instead of getting to know who we are. Once you know who you are, it's nothing anyone can tell you to lead you in a direction that you're not comfortable with. Another form to learn who you are is meditation. Through meditation, just sitting and listening to yourself. Not talking, not praying, not listening to music, not on social media, but just listening to yourself, talk to yourself through visions, through sounds, however you meditate, whatever you see, that's important to learning who you are. In addition, take some time off from social media. You'll be surprised at how many things you wouldn't like to look at, or you don't want to hear about, or how nice it is just not to be on social media and hear all the drama. Get to know who you are. Take time with yourself. Go on a nature walk. Go on a drive alone. And fill up your love tank. Love who you are. Appreciate who you are. And remember, you are the best you there is out here. Love you.
I decided not to use my color as a handicap. He a designer, artist, producer, and he rap. Never found virtue from patience. In the dark room just pacing. Precious time is just wasting. You do not what we facing.